Hey, we're going to do another video. This time we're going to do a quick discussion on absolute value. And I'm going to start off by showing you how simple absolute value is to work with. Then we'll close with a definition of absolute value. So to start with, this is the absolute value symbol, these two vertical brackets. And all it does is whatever's inside it becomes positive. It doesn't change the sign, it just makes sure it's a positive number. For example, if it's a 6 in there, we've got the absolute value of 6, and that's just 6. It's already positive, it doesn't change anything. Very simple like that. All right? The absolute value of -3. That's a negative number. It makes it a positive number. And that's all there is to it. Whatever's inside, it doesn't matter if it is a decimal, like 1.2. Okay, the absolute value of 1.2 is positive 1.2. Okay, the absolute value of -3/4. The absolute value of -3/4. That's positive 3/4. But again, remember that if it's already positive inside the absolute value, it stays positive. Okay? The only other thing you really need to know about absolute value is that to use it, like I said, I'll define it in a minute, but the only other thing you need to worry about is that before you do absolute value, you have to have a single number in there. So I can't do anything with this until I carry out the 6 minus 9 part. That's -3, and then that gives me a positive 3 because absolute value always produces a positive number. And that's all. If there's an operation inside the absolute value, it doesn't matter if it's, multiplication. Okay? If it's multiplication, you just do the multiplication. 2 negatives give you a positive. That's 20. And absolute value is always positive. So that's all there is to using an absolute value symbol. It just makes what's inside positive, and if you have an operation or something in there, it just take care of the operation, the result, make that a positive number, and you're done. We're not going to do one yet because I'm going to save it for my order of operations video, but this works sort of like a parenthesis in the order of operations. You would do that along with parentheses, but as I said, we'll cover that in a later video. I just wanted to mention that just in case somebody was curious. All right, so that's how you use it. It's very simple. Make the number inside positive, and make sure that if there's any calculation to be done, you do that first. Now let's talk really quickly about a definition. So we're going to use my number line up here on the wall again, and it starts with 0. The definition of absolute value is simply how far your number is from 0. So if we start right here at 2, the absolute value of 2 is 1, 2. You just count until you get to 0. Okay, so 2, absolute value is 2. If I come over here to say -3 right there, if I count to 0, 1, 2, 3. The absolute value of -3 is 3 because that's how long it takes me to get to 0. 1, 2, 3. So +3 and -3, okay, have the exact same absolute value because they're both 1, 2, 3 from 0. Okay, so that means that there's a number on each side of 0 that has the exact same absolute value. 0's absolute value is just 0. There's no positive or negative 0, so it's just, just 0. But On either side of 0, there is a number that's got the exact same absolute value. And that's all it is. Absolute value is the distance a number is from 0. And to use it, all you got to do is realize that the number inside becomes positive. I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you watching it, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.